Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to showcase my Tom Seaver collection, and normally I'll do a tabletop on these type of videos, but today I thought I'd do it a little different, have the phone a little more stationary so as to avoid some of the shaking that is typical when I do this. So I've got some of my cards laid out. You can see a couple of one of the oversized cards and his rookie card to the left. But I'm going to go through this from my newest to oldest card. And so I wanted to start first off. I don't have a lot of Seaver stuff from the 80s, just a few items. But I do have this 86. He pitched for the Red Sox in 86. So he has got a traded card as well. One of my few non-PSA graded cards. This 94 Fleer update. Cool image. I really just wanted the card. I think I paid 99 cents for this because obviously Capital graders, never heard of them. But the card is not in bad shape. It says it's Gem Mint 10, but the back is off center, as you can see. So I don't trust these no-name grading companies. Now back, primarily the stuff I have is of him in his Reds and Mets uniforms. So here he is. 82. The tops. Nice Kellogg's. '81 Donruss. Don Russ. I always say Don Ross, and everyone calls me out on it. Sorry about that. It is Don Russ. And then back to the staple of tops. Good imagery. He pitched on those great Big Red Machines teams of the mid to late 70s. They have a lot of good in-action shots of him pitching. I like this 79 tops. 78, a little bit more of a portrait, but still a good picture. And that's where his Reds cards stop. He started pitching for the Reds in 77. So from here on out, everything will be with the New York Mets. Steve, I believe he's still the Mets all-time strikeout leader. Somebody call me out on that if I'm wrong. Victory leaders card. And as the sun outside my window, there must be some clouds coming and going. It's changing the lighting. I apologize. I really like this record breaker card. He's kind of staring down a batter, giving him that glare. Big fan of the 76 set in general. And a very nice 76 card here. Good colors on that. Portrait shot, but still really cool card. Okay, on the mid-70s, they have these SSPCs. And then I have both the mini and the regular tops. Question for you out there in the audience. Do you prefer the 75 tops mini or the regular size top 75 set? I've got the mini set, and I think I do prefer the mini just because it's kind of an oddball item, and I'm kind of an oddball collector. But tell me what you think. 1974 Kellogg's, really, really good 3D imagery. Love that card. That's really sharp. Topps did a stamp set in 74, so here's a, when it comes to these stamps, you can just about throw the grade out the window. This is really, it's a small piece, but it's a really sharp piece, and no idea why Topps didn't put team logos on there, on this card, on this stamp, if you will, but still pretty cool. For a 5, I mean, couldn't tell the difference between a 5 and a 9 on those. Now here's a card that's a little lower grade, but I just like this card a lot. I love that action shot. It's probably one of the best cards of Tom Seaver. As far as action poses of him, I've always been a fan of the 74. And it likewise goes for a little bit more of a premium because of the popularity of it. So I just picked it up in a VGX4 for just a few bucks, just to have it graded in hand. On to 73, a nice portrait shot. I do have a couple other league leader cards that he shares with some other folks like Bob Gibson, Nolan Ryan, that I'm not showing, but here's a couple that, like this one here. None of these other guys I collect. This one's a stain. It's got a light wax stain on the back here. If I turn it just kind of right up here. I mean, it's almost, you can't even see it really, I'll be honest with you. But a very light wax stain. I'm wondering, like I know that stain designator, if it's a wax stain, man, it's kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit more forgiving than if it was like, a kid spilling ink on it or, crayon or whatever on it, whatever. A really cool in-action card. Don't have a 72 regular card. Looking to pick that up at some point. I don't have his 71 tops, but I do have a really cool piece, this 1970 Transogram. This came on the box of 3 other figures and 3 cards. There's also a set in 1970 that's all New York Mets players, but I believe this one comes from the traditional set since Tom was already an all-star and a well-known pitcher. He made that. He made both sets. So I believe this is from just the regular non-Mets edition, although I believe he does have a Mets edition one for that 70 Transogram. It's got a nice big thick crease right down there, but it doesn't matter to me. It's got outstanding eye appeal, and these Transograms are rare. Pick them up when you can. Don't worry about the grades on those. The Milton Bradley game piece. These typically held up well over the years. They were already pre-cut out, and they have those rounded edges, kind of like a Pokemon card, if you will. So they grade really well. Very, very no frills, black and white photo with no team logo on it. Not very imaginative. But the price is reflective of that. You shouldn't pay too much for them. A really nice 1970 tops. And then a really cool in-action shot of him pitching in the National League playoffs, Game 1. Balls kind of just exploding off his hand there, like that image. And then rounding off the 1970s, I have this one back here. I'll go ahead and show this close up here. This scratch off from 1970 tops. Another one of those things where you look at the card, it's pristine on the front, and the reason it's got the 5 is on the back. Some of the looks like some of this has been rubbed off, the black game piece that you would scratch off. But I mean, as far as the presentation goes on the front, it looks a lot better than the 5 to me. And then here's a nice 69. This is an image we saw on the 70 Transogram, and we're going to see it again here on his 68 tops with the rookie cup. I once again picked this up for a very affordable price. I just wanted to have one at hand. I really didn't want a high-grade copy, and so I just picked this up, and it's okay. You don't have to have everything in high grade in your collection, and I really just like this card. I've liked this card since I was a kid. His first individual playing card with that old school Topps All-Star Rookie Trophy. Can't go wrong with that. It may be something I'll pick up sometime in the future in a higher grade, but I'm content with that for now. And then this is my baby right here. This beautiful 1967. It's a high-numbered short print. I kind of like that SGC does that. They put high number on there right there. You see that? And it says rookie as well. But just a really clean card. It presents really well when you look at it this way. It's a little off-center this way, top to bottom, but the sides are good on it, front and back. Just a really cool card. My goal was to get every key rookie from the 1960s, and it came down to this one and the Pete Rose rookie, and being just kind of like both similar price range for what I was looking for, and I decided to go with the Seaver. Still haven't got the Rose rookie, but then again, Tom Seaver's a Hall of Famer, and whether we like it or not, Pete Rose is not yet a Hall of Famer. So I'm complete on my Hall of Famer rookies from the 1960s. But that's all I've got for you. Once again, everybody, I appreciate your posts, your comments. I'll talk to you again soon.